The following video, along with the channel it's on, is intended for a general audience over the age of 13. Viewer discretion is advised.
TLEV Media, bringing the magic of the theme parks to your home.
From vlogs to interviews, TLEV Media is entertainment for all. Hello and welcome to Extraordinary News, the show that breaks down entertainment's breaking news. I'm your host, Thomas Kohlmeyer, and today's a bit of a roller coaster. Not because we're actually talking about roller coasters, but the overall two breaking stories has some mixed reviews from the general audience. So the first story that I want to talk about is a little bit lighter than the second, and that is the announcement of Jurassic World 3 and its title reveal. Up to this point, all that we knew about Jurassic World 3 was that Chris Pratt, Bryce Dallas Howard, Sam Neill, Laura Dern, and Jeff Goldblum were going to be in this. It's going to be directed by Colin Trevorrow, who of course directed the first two, and it seems like it's going to be a lot to handle for our characters because the title is Jurassic World Dominion. This was announced at 11 a.m. this morning by Colin Trevorrow on Twitter and Instagram. And Owen Grady himself, Chris Pratt, took it upon himself to go a little bit more in depth on what we can expect as moviegoers in Jurassic World Dominion. He took to Instagram and he said, Jurassic World Dominion, sovereignty or control, man's attempt to establish dominion over nature. Hashtag Jurassic World Dominion. Hold on to your butts. Today, of course, is day 1 of 100 for the shooting schedule for Jurassic World Dominion. I'm excited with that, and it seems like in the comments a lot of people are really excited with this name. What I perceive from this is because if you remember at the end of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, the dinosaurs are now among us. The Jurassic World is the new world. So Dominion is really, I feel like, it's going to show all these characters from the first ever trilogy of Jurassic Park films to the sequel trilogy are really going to have to join forces to take over the world from the dinosaurs. I'm really excited for this. I cannot wait to see this movie in 2021. Speaking of 2021, our second piece of announcement goes to the fact that Walt Disney Company has announced that Bob Iger will be stepping down from his role as CEO, and in his stead will go Bob Chapek. Now, already on his bio, it has been changed to Chief Executive Officer, but of course, Bob Iger is keeping his chairman position until the end of 2021, where he will oversee the creative side of the Walt Disney Company. So Bob Chapek will be seeing the day-to-day management. So who is Bob Chapek? Well, Bob Chapek has done many things for the parks that you may or may not like, including Pixar Pier, Avengers Campus coming this summer, and of course Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. These were Bob Chapek's. A lot of what he wants to do with the Disney parks is bring in the other now Disney-owned properties to the theme parks, including a lot of Pixar and a lot of the Marvel properties and a lot of the Star Wars properties. So why are people a bit in an uproar? I mean, now I'll flash on the screen some of the comments that I've seen after this announcement, and people are not, well, they're not exactly happy or thrilled with this. A lot of the speculation has been about that Chapek, in his role, is going to focus a lot more on the nickel and dime. He's going to focus his attention on the investors, making sure that each of the investors gets their investments back. Instead of focusing on the guest experience like Bob Iger or even Walt Disney, who are big proponents of this, people are worried and are hesitant that this is the right decision for the Walt Disney Company to make. The fear is now the properties that make money, so Pixar, Marvel, and Star Wars, will be the sole focus of the theme park experience. Disney will only be investing its money, its time into Galaxy's Edge, Avengers Campus, Pixar Pier, Toy Story Land, things of that nature, rather than giving a wholesome experience, renovating Tomorrowland at Disneyland, or bringing other aspects of the creative minds, taking the next leap forward if it doesn't have a Marvel price tag. That's what people are afraid of, that in many ways this is the death of creativity to the theme parks. I'm not so sure about that. I think, as you all know, that I'm a huge fan of Pixar Pier, Galaxy's Edge and upcoming Avengers Campus. I think that they are great additions to the park. I would be remiss to say that I also enjoy a lot of the original attractions that are at Disneyland California. If those were to go away in place of the Pixar properties or more Star Wars properties, I would not be okay with it. But I think that as a community, as a Disney community, as a theme park community, we should wait to see. This has only been announced today, and sure, it was effective immediate. There's a lot of speculation about that. Some people are attributing this to overall investment has gone down in the Disney companies since the coronavirus has resulted in several of the theme parks closing. But I would just say that we should all, just take a step back and let's see what happens with this new management. Let's be skeptic, of course, and if and when the time comes that Bob Chapek, under his leadership, does something that people would say is against Disney's nature or the good of the company, then yes, the uproar is allowed. But for right now, just the appointment of Bob Chapek, when he's only doing day-to-day management, the creative side until the end, December 31st of 2021, the end of next year, is still going to be overseen by Bob Iger. So I would say hold off on all that. But that is my opinion, and I of course would love to hear what you have to think, so let me know, as I know you will, in the comment section down below. And of course, my name is Thomas. If you enjoyed the extraordinary news for today, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Follow TLEV Media on all of our social media, Instagram, Twitter, and of course Facebook. And until next time, keep on living your extraordinary life.